is you add that BAB or whatever's better, your piloting skill or your BAB. I would jack up your piloting because
Yeah,
your
my piloting's 2, yeah.
Okay. Is it a class skill?
Yeah.
Okay, then you add 3 more, so that's a total of 5. If you have 2 ranks and it's a class skill, then you have 5. And then you add in, after that, then you add in your dexterity modifier, whatever your dex is.
So it's total of +7 then.
Okay.
I think.
There you go.
All right.
Very nice. The 25 is going to be a hit. I'm modifying the armor down a little bit. So that is going to be a hit. You hit with the turret, so you can go ahead and do a 4d4 damage roll. So just pick up that 4-sided and right-click on it 3 times.
Too bad it's not 44 like I was hoping.
So this is going to be a little slower, guys, but this is our first combat. Holy cow. So very nice. You hit that thing for a total of 12 damage. So and its damage and its crit threshold is a 6. So guess what? You've actually given that thing 2 crit threshold rolls. So now what I have to do is I have to roll on the critical damage effect, and I'll roll a percentile twice. Oh. So my first percentage roll is a 52. So my weapons has been affected, which it will be the forward weapon. And now I'm also going to be a -2 for that as well. So now not only am I -4, I'm -6 now for weapons, which is good because you've knocked the weapon system out of whack. And it's at level 1, so it would be considered glitching. Now, if I roll that again, then it goes from glitching to malfunctioning, and then it's cumulative, so it would be a -4. So let's go ahead and roll another percentile, which is a 16, which is now the sensors. So now any kind of sensor stuff would be at a -2 as well. But that's really not going to apply because it's basically a little, it's like a little fighter. Okay, but the sensors are still shot. So we're good to go. And just think, when the rule set comes out and the spaceship tracker's in there and we can put all the conditions on there, it'll take care of everything for us. It'll be beautiful. Okay, so now it's fired, you fired, both ships are, she's closing in on you. You could definitely tell it was a female voice, by the way, especially when she said, "Kiss my grits, liver lips." Sounded like a human because of the country accent. And a couple of shots went over the bow. One actually hit you. Your shield absorbed it. You fired back, and you struck her decisively. The ship kind of goes over on its side a little bit, but she recovers. So now we're back to round 2, and we're in phase 1 again. So we are back. Phase 1, engineering phase. Captain, you can go ahead and go as well. Captain, would you like to go do anything? Captain gets to go before anybody.
Loser.
After the engineer. So
That's all right.
would you like to go now, or would you like to wait till after the engineer or what?
I'll wait till after the engineer, but I do want to repeat to move away from that ship and keep us out of EMP range.
Okay. Yeah. The basically the pilot, which is Bailey says, "Captain, there's no way I can outrun this ship. So we are going to risk being hit by that EMP if she decides to fire that thing on us. But this hippocampus, we cannot outrun it." And as you guys are...
No way to outrun it now?
Yeah, you guys are traveling through space. Also, the Akron is in sight in front of you.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is. It is in sight, and you can see this huge drift rock. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces between us. So I'm going to kind of move the map back there. So this is where we're at, and we're still going to be able to travel to the right. Okay, so now we're back to the engineering phase. What would you like to do, Mr. Engineer 404?
All right. So I noticed that we got hit with our shields were hit from behind. But we're heading towards this thing now. So I was going to divert some of the energy from our systems to our shields. But I think probably what would be smarter for me is to divert some more of our energy to the weapons system, which will allow us to do more damage on our next shot. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to try to fish them off. So I yelled that to everybody. We're going to do this thing. Hands in, everybody. No? Okay. Well, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and start toggling, turn off some of the switches that go to worthless things like, the bathroom and the holodeck. And then I'm going to just increase that. So here we go.
Yeah, they're already dead or undead or whatever it is. Just kill them.
That is a great. You are successful with diverting auxiliary power into the weapons, and now when this happens, seeing that you guys, this is really beneficial for you guys. So if anything is rolled like a 1, the 1 automatically becomes a 2 instead. So that's what diverting your auxiliary power to the weapons does. Especially the more dice that you have, the better chance that you're going to have of rolling 1s. So those 1s will turn into 2, which is a good thing. That's a really good thing. So
that's what it says. Anytime you send the starship, if you send it to the starship weapons, treat each damage die that rolls a 1 to a 2.
Yeah, that's really nice. So if you roll 4 1s instead of 4 damage, you do 8 damage, which is really nice.
All right, so I'm going to yell, "It's all you, Vesk! Put this thing out of its misery!"
All right, Trinkets, what about you? You are the captain of the vessel. Would you like to perform your action now or later?
Yeah, I want to do an encourage.
Okay. Ooh,
for
nice.
that shot.
Okay, that's a good thing. So as for encourage, give me a diplomacy check, and it will be a 16 DC. The DC is 15 plus your ship's level. You are so clutch with your bonuses, and remember, you would have got a +1 anyway. So any kind of, let's see.
It just gives a +2.
Yep. Oh wow, there's a lot of, yep. That's a hit. Well, that's a successful encourage. So you are encouraging our gunner, which is Valic. Yeah. So now you are going to be able to add an additional +2 to your gunning check there, Gunny. All right?
All right.
So there we go. Nice job. We are done with phase 1. Let's go to phase 2, which is the helm phase. So let me perform a couple of piloting checks. All right. Piloting check for the other vessel.
What's our speed, Dave?
Hmm?
What's our speed?
Your speed is only 6.
Oh.
The gliders, the Necro glider is a 12. Which is it's just like Bailey was telling you, we cannot outrun this ship. All right, so that was the first one was a 12. Grugel's going to get an additional 1, so he'll have an 11 as a bonus. And Grugel actually, so initiative changes every round as well, sort of like Savage World. So now you guys are vulnerable, and Grugel is going to move first. So we are going to continue in a straight path. I think that would probably be the best option for us. So we are going to go 6 because we have the benefit of having a laser turret. All right, so that's where we're going to move right there. So you kind of outrun the Necro Glider a little bit. So I am done with my piloting. Now, well, I'm sorry. I got to move that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to move 12 with the Necro Glider. I'm sorry about that. Oh, no. You guys get the first. So yeah, we'll just go straight ahead. I kind of lost myself there. So there we go. We're 6. So now the Necro Glider is going to get to go. And it looks like she's going to try to flank the ship. 2, So for turning,
Oh, that's
you got to
nasty,
remember,
Dave.
yeah, for turning, there is your turning has a maneuverability, and both our ships are perfect, so we can actually turn 2 at a time. So that'll be 1. That'll be the first one because there's 0 movement in a straight line before you turn. Then she's going to go this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So basically, she's caught up, and you can look out the window, everybody on the bridge, and you can see it to the right. So, all right,
Magic missiles.
exactly. So now movement's gone. Anybody else going during the phase 2? Anyone else want to go during phase 2?
Hey, Gunner, gun it.
All right, let's go to phase
Yeah.
3.
Well,
So-
phase 2 is the science officer, right?
You can go. Yep, exactly. Yep.
All right. So I'm going to try to use our sensors to target the weapons.
Wow. Okay. Good. She's already at -6. So let's see. Let's go up to the engineering actions, and what are you going to try to do? I'm sorry, for science, not engineering, but for science.
Yeah, it's target system. So I'm going to
Sure.
try to target, use the sensors to target the weapon, and then
Any defensive countermeasures? No. Okay. So your DC is going to be a total of 16.
I'm going to use
And you need to
Plus
do a
one.
computer check. And don't forget, you're going to get a +1 on your roll, and you'll also get +3 more. No, sorry, 2 more. So you're going to get a total of a +3 for computer checks. Added on to whatever else that you have. So +3. Okay, so wow, 24. You are successful. And let's see, if you succeed, target, you choose one system, core, engines, life support, sensor, weapons. You've chose weapons, and the next attack by your starship that hits the enemy ship scores a critical hit on a natural roll of 19 or 20 instead of 20. And if that attack deals critical damage, which would be the threshold again, another 6 damage, it affects the chosen system. So we won't have to do a random roll. So that would be pretty cool because it's already glitching. So it would go to the next one down, which would add 2 more. So good job. Good job. You've targeted the weapons system. So now we are done with phase 2. And we are going to phase 3 now, the gunnery phase. So she's going to go ahead and go first because, no, you're going to go first because you have the low roll this round. So Valic, you are going to get a +1 bonus and then an additional +2 bonus from the captain. So a total of 3 more on top of everything else that you're doing.
On top of what I had before.
That is correct. So whatever you had before, you add an additional 3 more on top of that. And that is your gunnery check, yes.
All right.
All right, so a total of 18. That is going to be a hit. You strike the Necro Glider again. So go ahead and roll your damage. And don't forget, you have an auxiliary power boost to your damage as well. So any 1 that you roll on the 4d4 will be a 2 instead. And you did have a 1. So you're going to do a total of 12 more damage to the Necro Glider. And you spin that turret around to the side. And your strike is just perfect. It hits the vessel. This thing, you can see, you know, because you guys are pretty close. You're only about, you're 3 hexes from each other. And you can see all kinds of reflections on the glass from where she's sitting, that all kinds of like sensors and stuff are blinking now. And her ship starts going into a barrel roll spin as it's kind of just like drifting off to the right. So it looks like her ship is incapacitated. And then over the comm system, you hear her say,
"Well, it looks like you've got the best of me this time, dearie."
And then she just spins off into space, sort of like Darth Vader.
Can I flip her off though, Dave, before she left?
You sure can.
All right, I want to flip her the whole way off.
So
At least we destroyed her weapons.
Right? So very
Cry me
nice.
a river, turkey lips.
Turkey lips. I heard that. So that's how space combat works. I think it's actually, I like it. It's not too clunky, to be honest. Everything is logical about it. I really do. So good job with your
That's pretty cool.
your first combat, everybody. I thought that went pretty smooth. Didn't have to look a lot of stuff up.
I hit
Good
the
job.
self-destruct button, Dave.
Yeah, she was going to try to head around. She was going to try to cut you off and then blast you from the front. But yeah. So good job, everybody.
That
Her ship
requires
goes off. Yeah.
approval.
Yeah, she was a little dead on that attack.
Yes. So she was in an Eoxian type of ship. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I told her what.
Yeah, she didn't want to hear anything of it though.
Yeah.
Stupid Eoxians.
So she's in an Eoxian ship, an undead ship. You guys putting 2 and 2 together here or anything like that? What do you think?
And I've gotten 12. Dave,
I'm that damn ambassadors. No, it
Possibly.
took for everything to fish everything out of him, and it seems like he still hasn't told us everything.
It seems like he. I mean, you're kind of putting together. Sure, he may have betrayed you, but honestly, you've got no proof that he's done that. So
yeah, I think he had portrayed us trinkets. I think he should be. I look right into my camera. The ambassador of lies. Dun dun dun.
Well,
It's clear he's leveraging us against whatever is happening here. So
give me a
we just need to be very careful.
give me a culture check. Wow, that
The
was
astral
awesome.
progressions too.
Give me a culture check. Trinkets. Yeah, Bailey, that was a horrible roll. But you know that Eoxian ships are actually on sale at Spaces as well. So
Oh, really?
yeah, oh yeah,
Jesus, that place has everything.
yeah.
Potato chips and spaceships.
Yeah, well, they have all kinds of ships. I mean, every race has their own types of ships. But the
So
Eoxian vessels,
and an undead person, huh?
yeah, it doesn't have to be. Yeah, exactly. So your Eoxian vessel that you just encountered could, and it was flown by a human, but then again, Ambassador Nor he's a necrovite. He's an Eoxian, so it could have came from the embassy. You just don't know. So is he betraying you, or is he not betraying you? So that's something that you're gonna have to find out as well.
I'm already suspicious of him, so that just makes it
Well, you
tougher.
know,
I'm with you. Let's turn around and kill him. What do you think?
PowerPoint lady. So
Yeah, he wants to kill the power paint lady. Is that what he said?
no,
Everyone wants to kill her.
I said she did threaten the PowerPoint lady. So
Oh, Mrs. Voss.
yeah,
Someone do me a favor and look up in your core book how much experience you need to go to level 3 for me, really quick. Now,
Well, just 5 more XP.
as you guys are now not in space combat anymore, you guys have the sight of the Akron and this massive drift rock that is in tow behind it within your visual
30.
sight.
it's 30.
Is there a picture?
There is not a picture of the.
I'll use my imagination.
There is
No, don't do that.
Oh my gosh, look at that drift rock. It's like all kinds of bumps and caverns and all kinds of stuff.
That's no moon.
That's
That's
no
no
moon.
So the rest of your journey, as the Akron and the drift rock get bigger and bigger and larger, the rest of your journey to your destination is uneventful. Now, what do you think you could do, Mr. Science Officer? What do you think you could do as you're approaching the Akron and this rock?
So when we get in range, I'm gonna scan this ship, then the rock.
Good. Give me
so much scanning.
Give me
All of us.
Nice scanning. Give me a DC. Well, actually, give me a computers check, and we'll see how you're successful. And Captain, you can give me a. The captain can give me a computer check first, though, because I want to see if she can give you any kind of assistance.
Okay. And then I'll encourage.
Yeah. So give me a computers check as you try to aid, or the. Or if 404, you're specialized in computers, so you can give me one as well.
My mother was a computer.
Yeah, nice. You are going to add a +2 to your roll and give me a computer
25.
check.
Wait, what? I have more computer skills than the robot?
Well, you are a
robot.
You're an envoy, so yeah, you're a
I'm a
you're a
skill
check monkey. Yeah, exactly. But you're very nice, and I'm going to take that. That's going to be for the Akron. Now, the ship is a medium transport vessel. You know that it has crew compartments. The ship will hold 6. Your sensor scan also are unable to detect any kind of life signs that might be present on the ship. However, you're getting disturbance because of both the aft and the port airlocks are open. So it's pretty much exposing the interior of the ship to the space vacuum. So that's probably why
that sucks.
Your sensors are a little off. It's not detecting any life forms, but it's going to do that anyway because of the vacuum of space. So, but the power core is outputting minimal energy. It's putting out enough for life support. You can sense that the gravity mechanism is on in the ship, and all the ship has basic functions. Not much else, but you know that on the bridge you would have to activate all of that stuff. So,
what color is this ship, Dave?
The color of the ship is it's actually white. It looks all beat up. It looks like it's been hit by asteroids and stuff like that. It looks like it's seen better days, but it looks like it's well traveled and it's been used for many years for mining purposes. Now,
and did you say there was gravity?
Yeah, there was gravity on the ship. Yep. Although there was, no life support. Well, there is life support, but the doors are open, so you'll have to get in there in spacesuits and then get the.
Oh my God! Is there spacesuits in this ship?
There are. Yeah, you get.
Damn it!
There's 6 space suits. So, yeah, and I think you guys said you wanted to do a flyby on the Drift Rock also.
Wait, before we do that, I have a couple other questions that might be a culture check thing, but let me just roll culture to get it going. But from a sensor perspective, do the undead show up on life signs? I mean, I'd understand that robots, androids wouldn't. But were the undead creatures, will they show up as life signs? I might just share that with everybody.
I would say no, because they're not alive. So, but then again, it could be an anomaly as well. It just, I guess.
All right, so I'm going to let everybody know.
Yeah,
it could either be androids or undead.
So as you guys are, you're still scanning, right? You had a great check.
Yeah, we're going to scan the rock as well.
Yeah, and as you guys are doing a couple loops around the Drift Rock and the Akron, the rock, the asteroid, is a couple of 1,000 feet in diameter, and it has an irregular surface. And while you're scanning, your sensors learn that the asteroid has no atmosphere. And the components, it's primarily composed of rock and metals inside. So that's probably why they wanted it first off. And your sensors pick up no additional information as well, because the drift, it seems like some strange energy is emanating from the drift rock itself.
Oh, so from within it?
Yeah, from within it, yeah. It seems like there's some type of... a couple of 1,000 feet across. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't need a space suit. I can just jump right down on this. Yep. I don't breathe. You guys just tell me when it's go time, and I'll frickin'
So,
jump out, land right on this.
As you're looking at it, 404, why don't you give me a physical science check? Because you.
Oh
you
snap!
are
That's one of my awesome capabilities.
Yep. You can give me a physical science. Wow, very nice. And as you're kind of looking at the surface of this thing,
I want to see how it's formed and stuff to see if it was like manually created, or is this just a typical way that the erosion of this kind of asteroid works? I mean, what am I looking at here?
well, yeah, something definitely catches your eye.
Oh, that space rain.
It's a space. It was space wind.
Space wind and
Yeah,
space.
there's one thing that really catches your eye. The drift rock seems to have been sheared off, cleanly off. I mean, a clean slice has been cut. As you guys are going around it, it looks like a portion
Oh
of
my
this
God,
drift
take a
rock
look
has
at
been
that.
sheared cleanly off.
So
Maybe-
it looks like. Does it look
maybe-
like it was done recently?
You can't really tell. You'd have to get a closer visual on that. But it looks like
Hey, swing us down closer.
this thing could have probably maybe been part of a larger asteroid, and this could be maybe a section that was actually sliced off.
Oh,
But
wow.
it was clearly sheared off. And
I want to point that out to everybody.
yeah,
Because this obviously means something. I want to tell, both Valak and
he had a great check,
well, I
so
guess
we're gonna give him
everybody,
some
a
more
science officer
information.
might help. That hey, that's not like a normal. It looks like somebody actually cut this off. So that means one of two things in my mind. The first thing it means is that either somebody cut this off and there's another chunk floating around somewhere that people are doing experiments on, or that it was part of a humongous mega asteroid and they just cut this portion off. I
Science
think we
guys,
need to, yeah.
What type of energy is this thing radiating? Is it going to be dangerous?
Here,
There's
let me
nothing-
do
there's
some
no
checks.
type of radiation. Well, this is part of the base sensor from the science officer. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of radiation that's emanating from the
Okay.
drift rock or from the Akron. The only radiation is coming from basically the power core, but that's going to be normal on any scan anyway.
So it's like an energy signature, though, coming from the drift rock, some kind of an energy signature, and it's not just random radiation. It's like energy being built or produced manually. That's the kind of thing that I would like to ask the science officer or the science officer to validate or to scan.
Well, there's one other thing that you notice as you're visually looking at this thing, because you had such a great check, and actually the checks actually kind of work like Savage Worlds as well. So there's a base check DC, and then there's like a higher DC in case you roll super high, you're going to get some bonus information, and you met that DC by quite a bit. So the other thing that you gather from this is, like most other large asteroids or chunks of rock like this, you notice that there are no impact craters that's marring the surface of this drift rock. So something has been protecting this thing probably for millions of years, because it doesn't have a single impact crater on it. And you've seen
Well, that
lots
is
of
bizarre.
asteroids before, but
Yeah, I
they
mean,
all
physical
have
science.
impact craters. Yeah.
Mm,
Well, that is
all right,
crazy. That means there's an atmosphere at one point,
Let's
or
suit up.
shields. I'm gonna forget. I'm suiting that crap up. I'm good to go.
Question
Mhm.
to other 404 or Soren. Can either of you create a remote device to power this turret while we're out?
Ooh,
I'm talking about our ship's turret here.
That's right.
I like that idea. There's no kind of mechanics for anything like that, but I would entertain that idea as well. I would definitely entertain that.
Well, I mean,
Can mechanics create things or whatever?
Well, you could just splice into it with your pad and control it that way.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it kind
It
of.
would require a computer check, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, man. I could try that since I'm a mechanic.
Yeah. So this is what you guys would be
Work on
looking
making
like.
that happen for us.
as you guys are inside of the hippocampus, this is pretty much what all of the display boards and stuff look like on the bridge of the vessel, and that would be you guys, of course.
It's a little too red. Little too red for my eyes.
It's magenta.
It is.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead
fuchsia. It's magenta.
So I'm going to go ahead and maybe I'll do it. Make more sense to do engineering. Well, maybe I'll do engineering instead of computers, but it's about the same. So I'll do computers actually.
Yeah,
and I'm going to just. I'm just going to engage my
computer. So yeah,
That's
give me a
good.
computer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to engage my Bluetooth, and then it says I want to pair with it. I don't know the 4-digit code, so I'm going to just guess
zeros.
all zeros.
Yeah,
All
that's
zeros. Damn, that was it. I just paired my cell phone with the
Space
turret.
pad.
I mean, my space pad. Yes, What do you think, Dave? 24. Does that do the trick?
I think 24 would be a great check to be able to control a low leveled weapon for a starship. Sure, and plus it's a Turin anyway.
Soren paired his
absolutely.
also.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer the this application
So that would actually be a
to Soren's
26
pad.
roll. Very nice. 26 or 27. That's definitely enough. Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
Alright, I feel safer being out there with two of you having control of that turret.
Now we're gonna fight over it. I'm gonna shoot it. No, I do.
All right. So, what did the sensors tell us about which airlocks were open? Did you
Both
say
the aft and the ports, which are the right and left ports, are open. So, and then your sensors also detected that there is an auxiliary hatch in the back between. There's 4 thrusters on the back, 4 engine thrusters coming out of the back of the Akron, and between the center 2, there's a small auxiliary hatch there, but it is not open. Your sensors have detected that it is not open.
All right, so I'm gonna ask the pilot to take us in close to the starboard airlock.
So, seeing that it's just moving at a slow pace, you're not going to need to do anything like that. And you can do a quick spacewalk in between, and he puts it in a stationary orbit that's parallel with the right or left side. And which side would you guys like to go into? The right side or the top, or the right side or the left side?
That's the starboard should be the right.
That's right.
Okay, sounds good.
Whichever side's not going to kill us.
Yeah, it's both equal. There's equal mass
Equal
on
depth
each.
on both sides.
Exactly.
So,
I don't discriminate.
I think while I'm floating out there, I might yell, "Hey guys, watch! I'm gonna do a moonwalk," and then I'll start
And-
moonwalking.
Did our sensor reading give us like a layout of the ship or anything? Or
It is a square, boxy ship. There is just one level on the ship. It has an engineering department. You've been able to pick that up on scanners with the equipment. It has quite a few crew quarters. It also has a couple of storage areas, and it has a bridge, a galley. Pretty much, it's a ship that mines, and also where you can live on it as well.
all right, so I'm gonna suggest we, once we safely get inside, that we make our way to the bridge. That way we can kind of lock it down.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
I
We can
agree.
download the videos and see what was happening.
But
during
if
the-
there's no power, we may have to go to engineering first, and I think we should stay together.
Well, there is power.
Yeah, I think we should.
It like I was saying, it
Oh, that's
seems
our
like
power?
it seems like the power core is on a minimal load right now. But like I was saying, you can go onto the bridge, and then you can start turning everything back on, like life support systems. The gravity's already on, so you're not going to have to worry about that. The gravity is already on.
So is it 100% Earth normal, or is it like we're still kind of floating?
We should have gravity locks on our boots
Yeah.
from our armor.
Yeah, this is pretty much what you guys see anyway. This is the outer part of the ship. It's a very square ship, and you guys are
Yeah,
going to be
perfect to have a grid in it.
Yep. Yep. And I'm going to open up the aft side, and I'm going to put your tokens down.
You mean the starboard?
Yep. Starboard is
No,
to the.
don't put my token
right
down.
here.
I was really doing. I was trying to make it nice. Don't put it
Bailey
down.
is going to stay on the ship, so Bailey will stay on the ship.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's going to make sure everything is in its proper orbit, in a safe distance
Make sure
away
no
from
one
the
space
Akron.
jacks it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. No space jacking going on. So this is where you guys are at. You guys are in an airlock, and it is there's small lights on as you're entering the 10-foot wide bay. You can get this. You can get this closed if you'd want to. And now, who has low light vision? Because it is there's enough lights and stuff kind of going on that it's going to be a low light area.
I do.
So
I have all kinds of strange
Okay.
ways to.
So if you have low light, you can see like it's normal daylight. All right. So
Even though I'm human, I have that ability because of a suit
Augmentation.
upgrade. Yeah.
okay, very good.
Yeah, so does Bailey.
Okay, so I will go ahead and just go ahead and open up the corridor that's directly in front of you, and it stretches all the way to the other side of the ship, and you can actually see out of the other side of the ship. So you can look all the way across through the ship, and you can see the other hatches open, and then you also see that there's a door on your left. There is a door on the left. There is a sort of like a crossroads, and it's right here. So I'll open that up. You can go left or right, and then there's a door up here, about 50 feet in front of you, and it's also on the left-hand side.
Let's
So
get
I
these
might wanna-
hatches closed.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You guys can do that, but I also want to kind of take a look at the ground, Dave. I want to know: is it like does it look like anything was been scratched, pulled through here, or like I want to look at the wear and tear to see if something has been kind of forced through here or sucked out, or if it's just regular.
Well, yeah, there's all kinds of like gouges that are kind of scored into the metal plating floor. Yeah, exactly. There is, because this is a mining vessel. So obviously they're always pulling crates and mining carts into here. And of course, yeah, the walls are scored and everything from carts and stuff.
All right, we can shut
We
the
just
door
started
now.
playing Tattoo,
Any blood?
but we love it. We're going to continue to play.
That's one of the first things I'm going to look for is blood or
You
any
do not notice any blood.
signs of struggles or anything like that.
Nope.
Maybe
Or
a face.
refrigerator.
No, you do not notice that there is any blood.
Did you say
Alright,
we
so-
can't work the door from here? The airlock?
Yeah, no, it's open. Yeah, you can close it if you want to once you enter the ship. Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and close that up.
Okay, good. So starboard's closed.
All right.
Oh, I thought we had to enter the ship first, and then because you guys just closed it with you on the other side.
Well, there's an outer
Hello?
door too.
There you are.
Well, remember this is an airlock, so there's a door on the outer wall of the vessel, and then there's another door where you're at 404. So yeah, you can get the outer door shut. You're able to get in there, and
can't
there's
help
no
it.
kind of
He's a
check or
robot.
anything like that.
He doesn't worry about the air.
Ears for losers.
Right.
Yeah, so as you guys are entering the Akron, there's all kinds of flickering emergency lights all over the place. And like I said, it is dimly lighting the interior of the ship. And you have a sense of abandonment as you enter, because you don't sense any kind of movement, and you sense that the ship is just kind of dead. You're just getting that eerie feeling. And as you step into the confines of the Akron, the artificial gravity kicks in, and it's functioning just like the sensors have told you, Mr. Science Officer. But with your suit, it's actually helping you, because it seems like the power needs to be turned up. So it seems like everything is kind of on support right now. But like I said, the power core is still working.
Are there any panels or anything that I can access through my computer skills to kind of like take a diagnostic of what this area is all about? Maybe
Sure.
turn on the power from here.
Yeah, this is an airlock, basically an airlock station, and you have your corridors. They're long corridors. They run from port to starboard, and then they also run from aft to the other side, basically.
So I kind of want to see if there's some kind of an online map or something. If there is a screen or something that gives me, I'm going to look to see where is engineering and where is the bridge.
Yeah.
Let's tie into the
Yeah,
ship's
give me a computers check really quick.
I don't know if I can do it real quick, but I'll try my best, Dave. Here it is. Oh shoot! I didn't drop it in the right spot. All right, here we go.
That's enough.
15.
Now, when you get to the crossroads, when you go left, you'll see the engineering station, which is in the rear of the ship, where the power core is, and to the right, which you could see visually anyway, would be the bridge.
All right, I'm going to relay that to the group. Left is engineering according to this map, and right is the bridge. Do you guys want to split up?
No, let's stay together.
Stay
I
together.
don't like splitting the party.
Head to
All
the
right,
bridge.
where to go? I'll just go on my own.
Let's get the port hatch closed and go to the bridge.
All right, let's do that. Let's start. Let's go close the other bridge or the other port.
Is
I'm going to
this a
start
door
making my way
beside me?
over there. Yeah, that's a door.
I close the port.
Okay, so as you get to the crossroads, you guys are going to start noticing more machinery and whatnot. That's all over the ship. You're also going to notice that as you look towards the bridge of the ship, there is
Oh my God!
there is a small dead humanoid type of corpse that's on the floor in front of you. You
So I have
also-
medical. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, no, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I have medical. I want to run over there and see if he's still alive. Well, I mean,
He's not moving, but you can definitely do that.
all right. I'm going to walk
take out
over
my
there,
weapon.
You still have the other doors open.
and I want to kind of lean down there and take a look at his body.
I closed the port, by the way.
Okay. So this is
And
all
I'm-
kind of happening at the same time. So you get
I know.
both airlocks are now closed. All right.
Yeah.
There's still no air. You have to turn those systems on. Now to the north, and you can see a couple more You can see a couple of other hallways right here. More machinery. Looks like the halls are kind of following the same path from left to right on the ship. As you can see another corridor here where the body is at. You see the door to the rear of the ship. That's going. You can see the symbols for engineering as well. Airlock is closed. The door right here where you're at, Soren, is to the bridge. It is closed, and there's a couple of windows, small windows on the door, and it does not appear that you cannot see any life forms in here. And plus, sensors are not picking up anything anyway. Now, as you look at this body 404,
I did my medical check to see. I want to look to see what is it that what killed it, or kind of get some information whatever I can from a medical perspective.
No, it's
and I got
it's
a
totally
natural
cool.
20.
I see that. That's pretty nice. But I will warn you guys this: in Pathfinder, a critical on a skill check does not mean a success, because some of the DCs can go pretty high. So even if you're got a crit, and if it's say a 39, as we will, speaking out of character here, the Necrovite, Ambassador Nor, you had to have a successful 38 DC was his insight. So you had to roll a 38 because he is challenge rating 13. So thankfully you didn't go in there blasters going trying to kill this
That's
guy.
shifty bastard.
Yeah.
But I can
So,
still
and
be
your
proud of
rolls were
myself for rolling a
great.
20.
Yeah, Bailey, Zovia, your rolls were great, but he just seemed genuine. So,
yeah, well, he was
but-
good. He fooled me.
Don't metagame that. Yeah, exactly. So
No,
now,
he's fooled me.
as you guys are moving you're moving towards the bridge, right? And you can hear the hummings of all of these pieces of machinery, processing equipment and whatnot. Lights kind of, flickering on and off. You can start to see scorch marks. You can start to see a couple of bullet holes. Sort of like maybe a battle or something happened here. And you see this corpse on the ground. You identify it as a space goblin. And it is dead. It is deader than the metal floor beneath it. And it's kind of...
Oh, this isn't good.
And yeah, space goblin is dead. But there's
Oh my God.
no signs of the Akrion's vanished crew.
How fresh
There's
we
a couple.
talking?
The blood
Miss-
is no. The blood is definitely not fresh, because it's actually dried on the metal floor. But yep, you got.
But is there air in here?
Give me a no. There's not. You're gonna have to go to the bridge to turn on the air. So why don't everybody give me quick perception checks, right quick. Yeah, that goblin is deader than a doorknob, and it's got all kinds of, which is actually kind of funny. This thing is tore up quite nicely, and it looks like it's got a bunch of puncture holes, and with your check, the
Medical
next
check?
yeah, your medical check will be a life science check next time. But it looks like something bit him quite a few times.
Oh my gosh, I want to kind of.
Goblin?
Yeah,
I better relay
something
that to everybody
definitely bit him.
else. Hey, you guys, there's a bunch of puncture wounds all over this space goblin. His helmet's broken. He's torn up. It's like something's been gnawing at him. And then I look right at the Vesk.
He wasn't fresh enough for me, so
I pull my space weapon, my space laser.
You got your space pistol out.
Yeah,
So-
my space pistol. I pull my space pistol out.
Yeah, just as you get done pulling your space pistol out, Trinkets, something happens.
I hope we
And
found
all
the
of a
fridge.
sudden, you start to hear a scratching, a very rapid scratching on the floor, and a couple of creatures, two to be exact, one coming from each hallway. That now that you guys are here, I'm going to open up these hallways, and you can see a bunch of doors in each one of these corridors. And as this is going on, you see two creatures barreling down on you. And unfortunately for all of you, you have been taken by surprise because you did not hear these creatures coming until the last possible second. Now, these creatures, they look like this. They are a very eerie looking type of four-legged creature with
Whoa.
yellow eyes, large teeth, long claws that look like they would slice through your spacesuit and flesh very easily, killing you because there's no air. Wow, imagine that. So alarms are starting to go off here. So let's go ahead and get a couple of creatures here, which is the Akata. Would one of you like to try to ascertain what this creature is? As they've got the jump on you guys.
Please let me do it. You know what they look like though, and they look like the displacers.
They kind of do, yeah. The first time
Yeah.
that
It looks
I
like
saw
Akaras.
these, yeah, the first time that I saw these in the what did they look like to you? Yeah,
I was just reading the title on the.
that's what they look like. Yeah, very good.
I'll
That's
assist
very good.
Jenkins.
Wait, what?
I said I'm going to assist you with your roll.
Oh, okay. What do you want me to roll, Dave?
Well, yeah, there's not going to be any kind of assist with this because it's like heat of the moment. You know what I'm saying? Just first glance and bam. I believe it is to identify a creature. I think it is a life science check.
Life science, huh?
I believe it is life science. If someone wants to look that up for me, I'm trying to remember everything, and I could be wrong on this. I am learning the system too, so I think it is life science. If it's not, anyway, you identify it as an Akata, and these are very evil creatures. They're very quick. They can see in the dark, and they have a bite that is diseased, and it can make you wish that you were dead. So they've got the drop on you guys. Let's go ahead and get a couple of these going here. Let's do initiatives for these two guys. I forgot to set up the character sheet for this thing. But
I guess for my free action, I'll just go ahead and say, or shout out, Akata, don't let them bite you.
It's not like they.
I'm gonna yell Hakuna.
It's not like they get a plus 16 anyway for their initiative anyway. So
how do they taste?
I'm just kidding. They don't get no 16. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, wow, these numbers are ramping up fast.
That would be pretty cool though, wouldn't it? Okay, so it looks like we've got a 12 and an 11. I need to add the bonus in there. Okay, so they're going to get to go first. You guys are not going to get any actions. It's going to get actions, and the only thing that they're going to be able to do is movement. And each one of these are in the lower parts of the chamber, so I will make them visible to you guys. All right, so that is the first one. This is the second one.
Hey, that one's sleeping.
Wait, should we roll?
You guys can go ahead and roll initiative as well, because these things are quick. They're scampering down the hallway towards you. They have plenty of movement, so it's not going to be any kind of problem with them getting to you. 2, 3, 20,
Hakuna Atata. Such a wonderful phrase.
30. The other one as well, 10, 20, 30, 35, engages you. Okay, so the Akatas have gone. So you guys are flat-footed. Remember, you guys are flat-footed. So you're going to be at
-2.
-2. Yeah, it is now a condition now in Starfinder. So you'll be
yeah, no, that's weird.
Flat-footed.
I'm getting used to that.
-2 to your AC, and initiative has been rolled, and you'll be flat-footed. So the only one that will still be flat-footed is going to be 404. So everybody else has got higher initiative rolls. So Valek, you get to go first.
Oh, I still get to go first?
Yeah, you got the high initiative because during the combat surprise round, you only get to do a move or standard action. So
that's right.
They use their movement to get close to you. They're trying to pounce on you. You get to go now.
I gotcha. All right.
Yep.
Get that one that's sleeping.
And
Right.
yeah, you don't have the flat-footed effect anymore either, so you're not at a -2 disadvantage.
All right, I
So
move here.
AC is 12.
And let's see here. I'm going to attack the one at the bottom here.
You move in. You are doing a melee attack versus its kinetic armor class, which you do hit. You hit really easily, actually. So you may go ahead and roll damage.
All right, let's see. 1d8.
All right, it takes a total of 6 damage from your melee attack. What type of melee weapon are you using? Your melee weapon are you using
Pike.
A pike. All right. You hit with your pike. It's pike is what, piercing damage.
Yeah.
So it takes it, and it lets out a foul scream as you insert pike here in its body. So nice shot. Let's go ahead and go next to trinkets. You are up, and you pulled your weapon out, so you don't have to pull your weapon out.
God, I hate doing that.
Which one did that damage?
It's
The bottom.
it damaged the bottom one.
And that's the one I was facing when he was running over to me. So I assume our spacesuits have like flashlights or lights on them or whatever.
They do on the helmets, sure.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to feint this guy, and I'm gonna flash my lights on my helmet a little bit to distract him.
Okay. And that is one of your improvisations, right? Or is that one of your...
No, that's just a feat. Yeah,
okay,
that's a feat.
okay,
Improved
alright.
feint. Lets me use it as a move action.
Sure, go for it. Oh, wow. Very nice. 18. What is the DC of that going to be?
Oh, it's let's see if I remember. 15 plus 1.5 times the CR.
Okay, so the CR is 1, so that would be rounded down, so it'll be what, 15 plus 1, 16. So you got a 20, so you're good to go. You are good to go. That is
Alright, so it just basically
successful.
gives me a +2 to attack.
Okay, very nice. So you get a +2 bonus, don't forget that. Got the right tokens on there now. All right, so your attack with a laser pistol. But first, I would like to give you an attack of opportunity for your
that's right.
2 attacks of opportunity, actually, against you. And they
ouch.
Yeah, they will both try to bite you. Because remember, in Starfinder, one of 3 ways that you can take an attack of opportunity is by a ranged attack within your reach, or threatening space as they call it, or a spell attack, or running away. So I like that. Let's go ahead and well, actually moving. So let's do a bite. Let's do a couple of bites. Ooh, wow, this is actually going to be a pretty hefty bonus. So let's bite with the one up top, the Akata up top. Let's get him. He bites at you. That's a 21 versus kinetic. Ow. I'm sure that's probably a hit, right? All right. How many hit points do you have there, Trinkets? Just kind of wondering how many. How many?
Actually, I'm not quite sure.
32. Well, let's see. She's got 20 hit points and 12 stamina.
All right. So you'll take your first is max damage, which is 8 from your stamina pool. And now you've also been bitten, so now you feel a burning sensation because
I feel
of
that
this.
Way all the time, Dave.
Yeah, this. Do you really? You feel this burning? So all of a sudden you've been bitten, and it's spreading this parasitic bile on your skin and in the wound. So let's see. I need you to give me a fortitude save, please. And your fortitude save is enough, and you're not affected, so you're good.
Right? Do I need to take those points off?
You can go ahead and add
Does
your.
it do it automatically?
Let's see. Your stamina should it's not. Nothing's automated. We're having to do everything manually.
I'll take it off then.
Yeah, go ahead and take your stam off. And plus, you guys are going to be at max stamina points, so make sure that you put your stamina points back up to max. Now, the other attack of opportunity on you. Let's get that going also. And that was from the one on the bottom. It misses you unless your kinetic is 11. And your kinetic is question mark?
Oh, still on me? 16.
Okay. Your kinetic, the second attack of opportunity is a miss on you. So now you get to attack with your laser pistol. And let's see, you attacked with a 16. And did you attack the one on the top or on the bottom?
On the bottom.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage because you were successful with your attack on kinetic armor class.